Hey guys, want to have a nice tool setup without the expensive price of a Veto Pro Pack bag? Don't get me wrong, Vetos are great, but sometimes starting out you want to get a little more budget-friendly items. Check out this Dead On Tools little quick satchel. I'm going to show you an old style setup I used to have, and we'll go over some new stuff also. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hey folks, welcome back to the shop today. Hey, I'm looking at this Dead On Tools. This is a little tool pouch that I used to run. And believe it or not, this was one of my best pouch purchases I ever made prior to the Veto pack operation. This Dead On Tools, well built, well put together. Of course, it's got a soft bottom. It's not like Veto with the hard case. And you can get a lot of stuff in there. It's got plenty of pouches, plenty of room in there. Don't mind the dirt dauber nest marks, but been sitting in the garage with some stuff in it, and the dirt daubers just took over. I tell you, I used to run it with back in my old school tools, back before I got down into the Knipex operation. Klein used to do all the Klein stuff in there. Of course, you could just look around, see how you want to run it. Got the big Klein. The lineman's pliers. This thing holds a lot of stuff. Got the Klein 11-in-1, just old classic, back the pre-impact model. Used to run that in there. The flip socket set, little stubby, 12-in-1 adjustable stubby. Got a whole pack of stuff up in the top. You can put it in the end of your last one. It's got the magnetic grip on it, so you got your little mini stubby that's adjustable. Change all kind of stuff up in there. I don't remember where I had it, but I had them in. Then I had a little 8-in-1 stubby regular. I don't think I carried them both at the same time, but you know, that's my old stuff over there. I had here's an old Stanley Fat Max utility. Oh, I carried the heck out of this thing. Cut mini belt on that. Have to cut the belts that you gotta on the conveyors, the big old rubber belts with the lacing at the end. You put it on there. I don't think I had that one there. I had that one on the side somewhere, I think, but no telling, no telling. It's got a spot up front for the tape, and then of course you got a good chain loop, and you got your tape loop. I used to carry, well, still do, oh, this one's not as easily fit in there, it looks like. I used to put yeah, you could probably squeeze it in there. I know electrical tape will fit. I used to run the pipe tape along with the electrical tape on my other tape loop, but I think I had another one with a bigger hole, but you know, whatever. So we got that like that. Then let me see where else I would also probably put in my Klein old strippers. Great strippers, but after 2 or 3 uses they start to crimp your hand up a little bit. Not a bad operation, but certainly not the most comfortable ones. It's been so long, I can't remember where I used to put all my stuff at. And I'd have the Stabila Pocket Pro on the outside here, I think, just ready to go. Of course, that one pops out. You can use it separately from the... Well, it used to. There it goes. Oh, I think it's tightens it up in there when you put the... Yeah, once you crimp it, that piece tightens up and gets a little tight. I guess you don't want you falling out. So we could probably put it up here then. Yeah, there we go. We'll just crimp it up in there. Have little mini channel locks I carried with me. Keep those in there. And then I did carry my little Weehaw set with all my, I think my 36-piece Go box set. And of course, I'd always carry me a little hammer in there, and you got these Sharpie Pros. Had one of those carried over in there. Of course, my little side lights. And my non-contact voltage tester in there. A little mini light. Put that on the front. And then I didn't have this exact meter. I think back then I had my little T5 600. But same kind of case and everything. Put it in there. Carry that around. And that's what I could do. I could get a bunch of the work done on shift. Of course, I did always have a couple of screwdrivers, Phillips and straight. Taking me back now, this is my old school setup here. And yeah, that's about all you need right there. Get you a little electrical go kit. A little Klein setup. You know, you want a little set of precision size screwdrivers. I tell you what I'd put in there now though, now that I've graduated up into some bigger stuff. I would keep the lineman's in there, but I'd go with the Knipex lineman, Knipex Forge wire strippers. And bring me a set of these Knipex water pump pliers. It's the slip joint plier without the button to adjust for you. So now I've moved up to the 11-in-1 Impact. This has just a lot more versatility. And it's a Klein, so I still love that one. But then I would probably get rid of those two and bring along the Annex 397D ratcheting screwdriver. Smooth little devil right there. I love that thing. I've been using the heck out of that. Might keep these in the back burner, but right now we don't need those. For just standard cutting, a pair of these shop shears from Fiskar. Those things work great. Cut like the dickens. And then we throw back the meter back in there. Hey, that bag right there, you can do a lot of work. You know, if you still wanted to carry that 11-in-1 there, we got that. Let's move that around. Of course, then you want the Klein screwdriver. You want to keep it Klein, then go with that right there. That one sticks up kind of high. Let's see if we got a better one in there. There we go. That one's staying in the bag. This dead-on tool belt does come with a belt, but it does have a carry handle too, which is the way I used to run it in the cart. Just leave it up in the cart. See, if you wanted to get really fancy, you could have those shears instead of the Fiskars. Electrical shears from Knipex. So yeah, there's a good starting setup right there. Or an intermediate setup if you want to move up a little higher with the Knipex tools. Start out with Klein, move to Knipex. You got yourself a setup right there. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.